and welcome to another episode of Alan Develops. We're working on a Spirit of the Century game called Journey to the Center of the Nougat. A group of adventurers, if you want to call them that, are headed deep into the Amazon to uncover a very specific and delicious kind of chocolate. We've already hashed out the villain in the last episode. Now we're going to do Monka, because it's an homage to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, considering that he had to go to great lengths to bring the Oompa Loompas and many of his recipes from distant lands, etc. Wild inventor. Archetype. Now this archetype is inventor. So, the Spirit of the Century character sheet is very good at getting you to think about who the character is. You know, not what they can do necessarily, but who they are, and sometimes what they can do and what that means for the character. Yeah, there's some interplay. Anyway, the concept is the archetype is a wild inventor. The concept is desperate entrepreneur. That may or may not be how you spell entrepreneur. Moving on. All right. Usually I like to start with some aspects, and then that'll bounce us to skills and stunts, and then perhaps back again. All right. So the first two aspects are generally the childhood, where they were raised and what they were doing. And let's get them in a nutshell. No rules apply to me, but those I choose. So what we're saying is, if he thinks it's wrong, then he doesn't do it. All things flow from chocolate. That's pretty good. Good enough, anyway. I would want to tighten that dial. Those I choose. That's a little better. All right. Then they have their formative years, which is a anything made the first time. Let's say the first time's the charm. And then something about their engineering expertise or what have you. The factory that they own, the weight of a name. Not just a name, a legacy. Let's bump that up. Spirit of the Century is not subtle. Alright, so then we get their first adventure. This is going to be their third. Secrets of Africa. Because obviously they traveled first. Oh, okay, I kind of like that. All right. That it doesn't have enough. It needs something. Founding an empire. No. What did they do in Europe? Secrets and recipes. The spice of life. Which means that they can be enthused at certain things, but also they take risks. And if there's one thing that we want to do is wild is important. Capricious almost. I mean, this is a Willy Wonka-like character, so. The color's the thing. When they're getting out in the world, their second adventure, so to speak. My nemesis, my friend. Often they can't tell the difference. Yeah, because we're going to have a nemesis character with them. It's not really a nemesis, but you know, it's they're opposed, but they're not exactly trying to cut each other's throat. Hollow Empire needs filling. That's more like a title than anything else. And this is going to be their third adventure. And this is the one they are on right now. Chapter 5, starring in A Hollow Empire Needs Filling. Okay, so there's that. Secrets of the Amazon. Just say Amazon Secrets. Sugar stimulation. I don't like sugar stimulation. It doesn't speak to me. It is simply a placeholder at this point. Let's think about it and we'll move on. Travels of Europe. An ordinary childhood for an extraordinary child. Born to a well-respected podiatrist, but never content with the confines of childhood. Of youth. Always seeking to explore, to develop, and to taste the sweetness of life. And now I see why sugar stimulation will not work. Triumph. Go with triumph or tragedy. Okay. Left home to make their fortune. put them on their current path. After them up on their current path. Travels of Europe. And the weight of a legacy. There was no room in the sweet industry. Europe, no, the doors were all closed to innovation and imagination. But from the not a laboratory, from a run-down manufacturer. Came a hard candy like few others. Soon it was the delight of the streets, and word of the success was on every lip, many lips. Then the barons of I need something. Barons of sugar. Barons of sugar came calling. Not to barter, but to take. To take. With lawsuits and sabotage. It didn't work. All right. Now let's pick up there. This is the first adventure. Sweet success. Bitter failure. Or guest star intrudes, comes in and helps bail out a struggling candy company with Bravo and Flash. But the victory held a terrible cost when family was put on the line and suffered for inventor hubris. Might have all come crashing down, but for few words of forgiveness at the end. Now this is going to be difficult. I may have to skip these. All I know is sugar tinted glasses, because we're going to be doing stuff with his nemesis there, and I do know his nemesis. Let's avoid it. Sayhurst, my foe. As production geared up, the true foes shuffled to the fore. No more so among them than Lord John Sayhurst. The prodigal heir to the not the heir, the son of Sayhurst, industrial giant, industrial sugar giant. Factory of sweets. Original son of the industrial that loomed over everything. Bright, inventive, and kind. He would prove being equal to all tasks, all an able nemesis. To the expansion. But when other foes took more direct action, he also proved an ally. A secret journal. Tendered to the the dead of night, with assassins lurking. The damage was done, and a legacy lay in the balance. Alright, I am going to swap out sugar-tinted glasses for the weight of a legacy. I think it fits better. Alright, because you want this to flow fairly well. It's somebody's story, it's somebody's background, it's fun stuff. Tendered in the dead of night with assassins lurking. Oh, it's a journal, not a journey. This is why you want an editor. Never overestimate the value of an editor. With assassins lurking, finds the key to a possible reversal of fortune. An explorer's journal. For in the pages are pressed leaves of a coca plant, hitherto unknown. Hitherto. I can't. I like using the word, and this is a chance to do it. This is the writer in me. Hitherto unknown in Europe. The possibilities of what this might mean. Taste of the reveals myriad possibilities of what the key to a reversal of fortune, not a possible. When in doubt, be more strident about it. Just don't hedge with possible, maybe, could be. If you want to say there's uncertainty, say there's uncertainty, but there's better ways to do it. With the myriad possibilities of what this might mean for the man who could make the sweetness of life available to anyone masses of Europe. Okay. And really this is an all or nothing play by them. And with that in mind, let's consider their highest take. It will almost certainly be engineering. I'm only going to give them something good with science. They're very good at making things. They're not so much good at figuring things out, although there is that bit to it. What is their second trait? I'm tempted to say resolve. Certainly isn't academics. Persuasion. Rapport. Rapport and art. The art of sugar. So, and then we have to give them something to fight with. Guns. Which would be a it's not a musket, it's a blunderbuss. Alright, so what's their next highest skill? Should be something fun. Stealth science resources? No. I do not want resources. Leadership. They should be a decent leader. Alertness. Investigation. Well, I don't know. This character is not exactly fully formed. I need the rest of the party to fully form them. As to what they can depend on and what they can't. Empathy. Do resolve. Endurance resources. Academics, knowing a little bit about things. Contacting. Yeah, I like that better than alertness up there. You know, everything is subject to change here. Mysteries. So all right, so let's get some engineering stunts. Gadgets. Where are gadgets? +1 tools. Just +1 tools should be all right. Okay, so then we've got rapport and art. I don't want artificer. Let's say the all the worlds of tongue. Taste-based skill substitution. Lastly, rapport. Quite an entrance. Penalty. Chocolate powdered blunderbuss. Mint bombs. Hard candy sword. I mean, usually they get 3 of them, but they have specific tools. Chemistry, biology, tools of the trade, +1 with science, engineering, tools of the trade. Okay, empty slot. Can use. Can make up. Define later. Always give them a slot where they're like, if you come up with something cool, do that. The powdered remove stress. Mint bombs are explosive. No friendly fire. Hard candy cane. Breakable, unless licked. Alright, that seems fun. Alright. That's the character until I come up with some more stuff to obviously put in some of the guest stars and other people that we'll be working on with the next episode. But that's it for Monka, the nominal leader of the group, who's an engineer and has got high rapport and leadership skills to go with a lot of weird stuff. The next character will probably be the money character, just because... Yes, it will be the money character, who's looking to innovate, which would probably be... Probably be number 5. They'll be linked by via 5, which means the money character who's going to have high resources and have bought stuff. Be kind of a dilettante otherwise. Then that should be fun. Somebody will have fun, I hope, playing that. All right, so this has been Alan Develops. We're working on Spirit of the Century Nougat, and next time we'll go to a different character, and we'll just keep walking it through. Changing aspects or stunts or skills as need be to make sure that everybody gets their chance in the sun. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Stay safe and take care. All right? Thanks.